that review, parang there's a possibility that you won't adopt the recommendation, sir?
Ang hirap naman yung magfo-fortune telling tayo ngayon, Christine. Di ba?
No, pero it opens to that possibility because there's a review of the, recommendations.
Meron kasi mga portions na, for instance, yung may subset supposed to be of psychologists. And we reviewed this, the manual. And there is at the most parang an option to get a psychologist as an advisor to the negotiator. Pero the tone of the report, at least in the reading that I had managed to do, says it's a mandated action. So I'm having that checked. No? Meron bang mandated under the current manual to have on assistance, di ba, right away, a psychologist or a team of psychologists. And parang sa review namin ng crisis manual, it's not there. So I'm supposed to file a case against somebody who did not provide for that psychologist when the basis for that requirement is not clear at this present time. So, ulitin ko, kunyari, I name Cristina Bendaño as one of the people culpable. Guilty na before the public right away without even making sure that such person was mandated to do a particular act. Medyo unfair naman yata yan.
So, yun nga, it's possible then.
It's possible that I may subscribe to the entirety. I may add to the recommendations. I may diminish some of the actions. Ulitin ko, recommendations nga, recommendatory. Pag, I will have to go into the details to explain that. But, again, the bottom line is, yung let us file the appropriate cases, be it criminal or administrative, supported by the facts, and imminently winnable.
Okay, last na lang, sir. So that review will last until yung pag-uwi mo?
Well, I'm hoping by the time I come back, siguro patulogin naman lang akong konti. No? And the first item would be that.
Okay, Celerina Del Mundo.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, with this report, do you think our relationship with China, the so-called strained relationship, will finally be settled?
I'm hoping that that will be the case. No, I'm hoping that it will restore confidence that we know how to run our country, and that we have taken appropriate actions to prevent such tragedies from happening again.
Sir, yung high-level mission, would that push through?
Yes, but I wouldn't have the details right now. That will have, there are coordinations that have to be done with the People's Republic of China government.
So most probably after you have come back from your US trip?
I think the proper person to ask would be the Secretary of Foreign Affairs, who will be in touch with with the ambassador of the People's Republic to find out the details, timing, etc.
Sir, clarification, alin yung tatlong networks specifically na kasama dun sa recommendation?
I don't have the report with me.
Is that yung three big networks, ABS, GMA, and 5?
You're asking me to guess. I'd rather have it before me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rose Miranda, Pabante.
Mr. President, meron na ho bang reply yung Chinese authorities kung okay lang sa kanila na under review pa yung IRC report? So tingin niyo po, may unawaan naman ho nila?
I haven't discussed the matter with the Chinese ambassador. Kasi we were hoping to have the report finished by last Wednesday. It was submitted to me Friday. And by the time I had managed to talk to the commission, late afternoon na, and they had made some certain changes in the report before we got to meet. So the report that they gave me was an advanced copy that was changed. So I talked to them first to understand where they were coming from, what particular points that they really raised. So I haven't had, again, a chance to talk to the ambassador.
Sir, with the official report, sa tingin nyo ito na yung justice na maaasahan ng mga biktima ng hostage incident mula sa Philippine government?
That's part of it. Then, of course, there is also the idea of we want to assist them also to get back, and at least especially for the survivors, to get back their lives, to go back to their lives and rebuild their lives.
Joel Ginto, Bloomberg.
Mr. President, sir, did the report specify what specific criminal and administrative charges can be filed against these people?
I'm not a lawyer, pero from my reading of the same, mukhang walang specific charges ninombra. Meron yung negligence here, violation of this particular section of the manual, etc. Pero then you have to tie it up with the pertinent laws, the revised penal code, amongst other things. That's why I have tasked both the ES again and the Presidential Legal Counsel in terms of implementation. How do we implement the recommendations once we subscribe to it?
Sir, aside from furnishing Beijing with a copy of this report, what other steps will we be taking to repair relationship with China?
Well, part and parcel I think we have responded completely and fully to all of the requests that they have officially transmitted to us. Perhaps we can also inform them of plans on how to safeguard specifically tourists who visit our country. Then at the end of the day, there will be that high-level mission that transmits it to extend again our apologies to their government and more especially their people for this tragedy.
Sir, last, walang initial feedback from the embassy?
I think I answered that initially, di ba? Parang I have not had the chance to talk to the ambassador.
Belia Carriazo.
Sir, why the need to order for another review? Aren't you satisfied with the findings of
Tinanong na nga ni
the
Joel,
IRC?
are there specifics that, di ba parang somebody, let's assume, no, for want of a better example, nagkaroon ng investigation, file charges against this person, violation of Article so-and-so of the revised penal code. Wala namang ganun eh. So, kami maghahanap, ano ba ipa-file? Tapos yung technical aspects, pag nag-file, dadaan sa piskal. Yung piskal, supervisory ng Secretary of Justice. Or kailan ba mag-inhibit yung Secretary of Justice at saka yung Secretary of Interior Local Government dito? Dahil sila ang mga hepe nitong commission na tinayo natin. Di ba kailangan i-work out rin yung administrative details of how to actually come up with either the criminal or the administrative aspects of the case?
Will you be giving ultimatum to the review committee, sir? Or deadline para to release
Klaro naman na By the time I get back, I'm hoping that we will be discussing this and subsequently that there will be the filing of the necessary charges after.
Ana Roa, Business World.
Sir, on another matter, regarding your US trip, what is...
Mamaya
Meron pa
Mamaya
tayo
na
sa
lang.
airport if that's
Pre-departure.
possible.
Not for this briefing.
So we can have an end to these questions about this.
Last two questions.
Sorry,
No? Jam Sisante, GMA News.
Sir, did the report state if Erwin Tulfo, Michael Rogas, and the three networks could be held criminally liable for their participation in the...
I'd rather not discuss the recommendations at this point in time. Any comment on my part will unduly influence those who have been tasked to review towards implementing the recommendations.
Okay. The last question will be from Eileen Incha.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Sir, has Hong Kong furnished the Philippine government a copy of their separate investigation on the incident?
I'm not aware of that at this point in time. I think Secretary De Lima would be the better person to ask.
And sir, with the mere submission of the IRC report to the Chinese government, do you think that this has started the process of healing whatever wounds?
I think we have started the process of healing from the time that we apologized. This is a manifestation of the concrete actions that we have taken to render justice to all the victims of this tragedy.
Okay. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Maraming pong salamat, Ginoong Pangulo.
Thank you.